Well, I hope you guys all had a fantastic Halloween week, Halloween night, right? We are officially in November, so the autumn fall season is officially upon us. But there are a couple of horror movies still coming out, so Christmas may be around the corner, and Mariah Carey may be getting thawed out as we speak. But I still have some horror films to review between now and then. But I did watch Hulu's new film Carved, right, from the Halloween series, and this will be the last Halloween review that I do. But it was pretty cool, right? I mean, it's the perfect movie for the end of Halloween, end of October to the beginning of Thanksgiving, November, because it deals with a sentient pumpkin, a pumpkin that's literally killing people due to it seeing how ruthless we treat pumpkins during this season. We'd be carving them up, cutting them up, pulling out their insides. I mean, this pumpkin sees that and is just horrified and just decides to take matters into its own veins or vines and ends up killing a bunch of people at this pumpkin carving festival. Super outrageous. It was just so fun. Apparently it was based off of a short with the same name, Carved, back in 2019, and it's a lot shorter, but it's the same premise where the pumpkin sees other pumpkins being just gutted and mutilated, and as it comes to life, it realizes that it's got to just take revenge. The only difference is that in the short, it just kind of happens that this guy, this pumpkin farmer, comes across really grotesque looking pumpkin, but it might be just rotted out, but it just so happens that it looks like it has a face, some type of skull face. So when the family is carving their pumpkins, the pumpkin comes to life, and then when the father is about to carve the pumpkin, it ends up killing him. Now, in the movie, they changed the backstory of said pumpkin, where instead of it's just found in the fields all random, it turns out that in this city, in this little town, there was a train that was derailed. It was a horrific accident, and apparently it was carrying toxic waste that got dumped onto the floor, onto the land, and it seeped in, and it did by chance create a sentient pumpkin. And it's still like outrageous, but at least it makes a little bit more sense. So in the film, they're having this big grand Halloween festival in wake of what had happened, and they're trying to just kind of move past it. It was a horrible accident, but we don't really want to talk about it, so we're here at this Halloween carving thing. So the kid that ends up finding the pumpkin in the film, same difference, right? He sees it, he thinks it looks kind of weird, looks grotesque, and it seems to be resembling that it has a face, so this would be the perfect pumpkin to bring in to get carved. He ends up letting his friend use it because he gets too stoned. Pretty funny because they're like potheads. And right as, the competition gives way and all the other kids start like carving into their pumpkins, the pumpkin slowly starts to like gain life and consciousness and realizes that its fellow brethren are being mutilated, and killed. So right when the kid's about to carve into it, it uses its veins. I keep saying veins, but it's vines. It starts using its vines as arms, and it ends up makes the kid like slit his own throat. And it was pretty great. It was some cool kills and everything. And I love how the vines are used as like its arms and legs, and it runs around like a spider. It was freaking terrifying, honestly. But it was a very cool movie, right? It didn't have that many A-list actors in it. It was very like B-movie status. It did have the great Chris Elliott in it, which was pretty funny as the one kid's father. You had DJ Qualls, right? He's been in some movies. He's pretty great. He plays Bill, the mayor of the town. And then you had Elvis Nolasco, who just recently played Mr. Crockett that I reviewed, and that movie was fantastic. So seeing him, now in another horror movie, it makes me wonder he's going to be a new like B-movie staple actor in some horror movies to come, which would be great. I like his acting. I like his characters. He's just a very interesting guy. And plus his name is Elvis, come on now. But the film is pretty good, right? It's pretty straightforward. It takes place in this little in this arena, in a sense, in this field where they're having the competition, and they set up everything, to have this whole pilgrim feel or whatever. And yeah, the pumpkin just starts killing people one by one, mainly those who were carving pumpkins or those that are trying to threaten it. Of course, it kind of takes on this animalistic tendencies. And it is pretty weird because it is just a pumpkin. So you would think that it can't think that much. It would at least just want to take revenge. But it definitely ends up thinking for itself and having a mind of its own. And yeah, it just slowly kills people, left and right. But it was fun. And then near the end, you find out that it somehow is breeding pumpkins. It was creating other little baby pumpkins that are going to grow up into these other murderous fucking pumpkins. So they have have to then, kill and destroy all the rest of them. And it's pretty good. It's definitely a fun film. And, like I said, it's fun for Halloween. It's fun for Thanksgiving. It's fun for just the fall season of pumpkins because, everyone loves pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice, pumpkin bullshit. I'm not really a pumpkin spice guy myself, but that pumpkin would definitely be pissed off if it knew that people were drinking pumpkin blood, essentially, right? But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I suggest you watch it. Streaming now on Hulu, and the original short is on YouTube. It's only like 12 minutes long or whatever, so you could watch the original short and then the film, or vice versa. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I'm glad I watched it. Like I said, the whole design of the pumpkin was awesome. The use of practical effects and CGI were well used, and it was just all around a lot of fun. I would definitely suggest it to anybody who enjoys pumpkin in any form or sense, just so they can really see how the pumpkins feel when they are smashed and sliced and diced into different arrays of, Halloween and Thanksgiving treats. But like I said, the fact that I'm not really into pumpkin spice or pumpkin that much. I mean, I like pumpkin pie as much as the next, but you got to have whipped cream on it. I can't just eat it plain. But it would really, I think people would really get a kick out of it. And it's good that it wasn't in theaters. It's definitely not theater worthy, I would say. It was perfect for streaming. So, watch it sometime this month while you're getting all your pumpkin stuff or pumpkin spice shit ready. And, I'm pretty sure you'll have a good time. But anyway, this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy late Halloween. And now there's only 363 days until the next Halloween. So, can't wait. Yeah.